black mothers and people that work with little black girls, I want you guys to actually start thinking about how illogical it is to think that now all of a sudden in 2025, little black girls braids and ponytails are just accidentally just getting ripped out of their heads. I remember in 2012 a friend of mine whipping her daughter because she had just went and got her hair done in some singles. This new African braid shop had opened up in California. She took her daughter. Her daughter got some singles, and I think she had paid like $200 to get it done. It was absolutely beautiful. And she said she went to school and pulled out her hair, or her hair got pulled out. I don't remember what exactly was the story, but I remember her whooping her because she said she paid $200 and she came back and she was missing some braids. Now, with that type of mama, I'm not friends with her anymore. With that type of mama, I could see where the little girl would have been too scared to tell her that somebody had ripped it out of her head. But, I was a 70s baby. I was in my 20s and the 90s, and our mothers used to braid our hair. We used to have our hair in plaits and ponytails. We used to have bows and those heavy knockers on them. We used to wear heavy beads on our heads. And I'm just wondering, like, my hair never got snatched out of my head. Like, I never had my mom to braid my hair down. Y'all call them cornrows. We call them braids. But to braid my hair down on my scalp when I was a little girl in kindergarten. And I come home with the whole braid just ripped out of my head. Looked like somebody waxed it out of my head. I really need y'all to start thinking about this, because as I'm covering this and doing research on it, I'm finding that there are a lot of little black girls at preschools that have their braids out, and the moms are doing these videos. My baby came home and her braid got caught on the swing. Didn't we used to swing, and didn't we in the 70s used to play on tarmac? Remember that? What was that? That stuff that they had, like the street. Basically, I remember the playground at our school. It was our neighborhood playground. They had a like metal slide that if you slid down it, it would burn the skin off your legs. They had these monkey bars that you could climb up about 20 feet, and then there was no dirt there. It was all gravel. It was like the road. That was just like the what they make the road out of. It would, matter of fact, we go to the park and it would get hot and like melt our shoes if we were wearing jellies. So we grew up in a time where we had those merry-go-rounds, those oh, I can't even remember what all this stuff was called, but for some reason, and a lot of us had long hair, and somehow our braids and ponytails wouldn't getting caught on swings. When I went to Miss Pittman's house, which was the daycare in our community, my ponytail never got yanked out of my head. But now all of a sudden in 2025, I'm finding story after story of women on TikTok and social media. My baby went to kindergarten today and her braid got pulled out of her hair, but mama gonna hook it up, and talking about how they're covering out a whole braid looking like it's been waxed out of their head. I need you guys to really start thinking about this and reevaluate. And I ain't even mad at you because I didn't recognize it. I have been teaching now for 5 years. I've been a journalist for 30 years and then fell into teaching while I'm working toward getting my PhD. And I just remember at one point I was looking and I remember feeling in my head because there was some hair. I had braided my hair and there was some hair on the playground that looked, it was the same color, looked just like the texture of my hair. And so I was thinking, are braids falling out of my head? But I know how to braid hair to not fall out. But then I finally put two and two together and realized that what happens is that whenever someone sees a little black girl looking pretty and confident, this is a hate crime, with her hair newly braided, the little hearts or something in it, somebody will go and yank it out of their head because they know that a little girl will never be able to live that down. Yanking a hair out of our head or yanking our wig off, it would be just like me sitting here on TikTok and pulling my shirt up and exposing my breasts. It's there forever. It can never go away. And when you pull a little girl's hair out of her head, they can never get over that. I have a student, I'm asking her mom now if I can post about her situation in which she got her hair done. It was so pretty. She had like she had basically like a little Beyonce weave. It was in her. I mean, her hair was just beautiful. And she came to school and some girl just suddenly got mad at her about something. Just, it was really a non-issue, like a bumped into her or something in the cafeteria. And the first thing she did was grab that little girl's hair and ripped out the whole side. The whole side of her head is bald. And what a lot of you guys don't know is that I'm actually talking to some experts about this. It can cause you to have alopecia. It can cause your hair to never grow back. It can cause you to get an infection and you can actually die from that, right? So I want you guys to stop always thinking that when your daughter comes home and her hair is pulled or her hair is messed up, you shouldn't have been playing so hard in the playground. Why you let her pull it? Well, they're walking up to your daughters and yanking their hair out of their heads. Just like that sister in New York said that when those two men and that woman came up and attacked her over trying to get a parking space in New York, do you remember what she said? The first thing they did was went for my hair. Because that's what they want to do. They want to humiliate you because that can never be taken back. That can never be taken back. Once you get exposed with that, that's just like having a nude on the internet. It's never going to go away. And a little black girl who gets her hair ripped out of her head, especially if it's on video and they holding your hair and stuff, you'll be 35 and at a class reunion and they'll say, remember that time she got her hair ripped out? As if you were weak because somebody walked up and attacked you. So let's just keep that in mind, y'all. Stop thinking that all of a sudden in 2025, especially when people know how to braid better and they're braiding artificial hair in their head that's making it stronger and more durable. But now all of a sudden, little black girls and women and stuff, we just walk around getting our hair caught up in doors and it's just snatching it out from the roots. Give me a break.